But up next, we go outside the box and inside Matria.
Mark, running a major healthcare company can be a stressful job. Some CEOs might jog, sail, or even race cars to relieve some of the pressure. For Pete Petit of Atlanta-based Matria Healthcare, the sky is the limit, almost.
All right, Mike, here we go.
Go for a ride with Pete Petit as your pilot, and you're liable to see the world from all different angles. The 64-year-old Petit, chairman and CEO of Marietta, Georgia-based Matria Healthcare, started flying in the service in the 60s. He transitioned into the aerospace industry and was on the fast track to corporate success when his family was touched by a tragedy 33 years ago. He lost a baby son to crib death.
And when I stepped into healthcare, I realized, my goodness, technology is lacking. It just hasn't even developed like I would have thought it had.
In response to his personal loss, Petit took his aerospace engineering talents and turned them to inventing the first home monitoring system for SIDS, sudden infant death syndrome. That invention turned into a full-blown company, which through expansion and merger became Matria Healthcare, a $327 million in revenue health services and management operation.
We see the outcomes, we see patients' health improving, costs coming down. It's exciting, and we're passionate about it.
An Atlanta native, Parker Holmes Petit, better known as Pete, was born at Emory Hospital. He attended grammar schools in Atlanta and later high school in Charleston, South Carolina. Pete returned to Atlanta to attend Georgia Tech. He graduated in 1962 with a degree in mechanical engineering. He also earned a master's degree in engineering mechanics at Georgia Tech before he entered the Army in 1964. In 1968, Pete joined Lockheed. Soon, he was managing 30 engineers and overseeing advanced development projects. His life and career were on the rise, that is, until tragedy struck at age 30, forever altering the course of his life. Pete and his wife lost their second son, Brett, to crib death. This tragic event launched the next chapter of Pete's career. Without any background in healthcare, Pete's inquisitive nature and penchant for invention led him to develop the first physiological monitor for infants at risk of sudden infant death syndrome. As a result, he left his career at Lockheed to begin what he calls an entrepreneurial adventure. In 1970, Pete started Healthdyne. The company developed a series of breakthrough products, all designed to use leading technology to enhance the quality of patient care. With the development and acquisition of additional high-technology healthcare products, Healthdyne grew into a multifaceted healthcare organization, manufacturing products in Ireland, Japan, and Brazil. As a result of this rapid growth, the company split into 3 separate public companies in 1996. Healthdyne Technologies later merged with Respironics and became a billion-dollar company. Healthdyne Information Enterprises merged to form Covatics. And Healthdyne Maternity Management merged with a competitor to become Matria Healthcare, a disease management and wellness organization. Matria was spun out to shareholders and became publicly traded in 1996. Recently, NASDAQ celebrated Matria's 10th anniversary on the exchange.
At the NASDAQ, the CEO of Matria Healthcare. Getting it going there. The company is celebrating their 10th anniversary at the NASDAQ, and they just were added to the S&P 600, the small cap index.
Today, Matria is one of the leaders in the disease management and wellness sector of healthcare, an area that's one of the fastest growing areas of healthcare because we're making meaningful change in the way healthcare is delivered in this country.
The charts for these companies have been very impressive over the last few years, and one such company is Matria Healthcare. Matria's stock has gone up 400% in the last 3 years. Key to your business model is that you help employers save money, correct? How do you do that?
That's correct. Well, there's so much waste in the U.S. healthcare system that when you begin to help people understand the issues that they have with chronic diseases, they begin to interface with the healthcare system in the right way instead of the wrong way, and their health status improves, and that's the way costs come down.
Pete is a family man with 3 grown children, 5 grandchildren, and 1 more on the way. His passions are his family, his business, and his 2 alma maters, Georgia Tech and Georgia State. From the very beginning of his career, Pete recognized the importance of giving back to the community. To facilitate SIDS research, in 1985, Pete organized the SIDS Alliance, a consolidation of the major SIDS organizations, which he chaired for 10 years. Over the years, Pete's philanthropic gestures have bestowed major gifts to Atlanta, including the Georgia Tech Biotechnology Initiatives, the Georgia State Science Teaching Laboratory, the Leadership Center at Walk Through the Bible Ministries, as well as his church. Pete strongly believes that real happiness comes from serving others. His donations to Georgia Tech endowed the Institute for Bioengineering and Bioscience and funded the Biotechnology Building. In addition, he readily acknowledges the role that his Georgia State MBA degree in finance has played in his business successes. In 1994, he was inducted into the Technology Hall of Fame of Georgia and the Georgia Tech Academy of Distinguished Alumni. He was also given the Georgia Tech Distinguished Service Award in 2005. In just over 3 decades' time, Pete Petit's remarkable journey has taken him from personal loss to an industry leader in healthcare and health enhancement. The fruits of his quest are measured in the hundreds of thousands of lives who have benefited from Healthdyne's and Matria's clinical and technology expertise. Pete Petit, visionary, philanthropist, family man, and now one of the newest members of the Georgia State Business School Hall of Fame.